end up hopping in the lab, doing some research for y'all boys to end up finding y'all some of the best bases and some of the best jump shots in the game. No matter if you're on a small guard build all the way to a 7'4", today I'm gonna end up helping y'all try to figure out a jump shot for y'all build or even find a base in today's video. Now before we get into it, make sure y'all boys drop a like on the video, subscribe if y'all haven't yet, but also share this video to a friend that can shoot. So if you're someone that's really struggling and you shoot 40%, I'm gonna end up helping you get up there so you can at least shoot 60 to 70%, especially with the information I'm gonna give you. Now we're gonna end up starting out with the best dribble pull-ups in the game. Now if you don't know about dribble pull-ups are very overpowered in NBA 2K26, especially with the way how rhythm shooting works in this game. From fading around the 3 or fading at the mid-range, it's very hard to guard. Now Pro 2 dribble pull-up is a top tier dribble pull-up to use, even if you're in a small guard or even big guard. A dribble pull-up I like to use the Devin Booker dribble pull-up, or you can end up using the Kobe Bryant, but Devin Booker is the one I usually use on my LeBron James build, my Cooper Flag build. Most of the time I'm using Devin Booker. You could use Kobe Bryant. It's very similar. They only got 2 different type of animations as of distance of fade and how much space you can create. Then we got Zach LaVine. Now Zach LaVine can be a hit or miss based on which animation you get. The same thing with Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. got a good right fade to the shooting hand or to the left side of his offhand, but it requires you to have an 82 mid-range or 3-pointer. Now a dribble pull-up that you definitely need to try, normal 2 dribble pull-up is glitchy, especially if you know how to rhythm shoot. If you know how to rhythm shoot, that dribble pull-up is literally unstoppable. But we got Devin Vassell. Devin Vassell dribble pull-up is actually nice. Definitely try it out for yourself. It's kind of similar to the CP3 one from last year that was actually good to the shooting hand and gets you a nice little fade. Now we're gonna end up giving you some of the best bases you can use on the game for these 6'5s all the way to 6'9s. Now lately everybody's been talking about Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes base is nice. It is very fast, so keep that in mind, but it is very hard to contest. The next one is the Matt Ryan jump shot. Y'all know about Matt Ryan from 2K25. It's still good at NBA 2K26. The next one we have is Carmelo Anthony. Do not sleep on Carmelo Anthony this year. Carmelo Anthony base is actually, it's like an underdog. Like Carmelo base last year was cool, but this year it actually can get you some buckets for real. Then we got AJ Lawson. Now I used AJ Lawson in my Luka Doncic build in 2K25, and everybody kept thinking I was using Patty Mills on like 6'7" Luka Doncic, but I wasn't. I was just using AJ Lawson. Another one I told y'all from 2K25 that still works, Scottie Pippen. Now if y'all want to go look back at any of my 2K25 videos and go look at the best bases, you're gonna see these bases that I'm giving you are still working from NBA 2K25. Now this base right here is one I found at the end of the year, and it still works. Now I can't pronounce his name, but his base is fire. I'm gonna just be plain and simple. His base is actually nice. It's a cool little catch and shoot base. Then we got Josh Richardson, another slept on base. Josh Richardson is a cool base for catch and shoot or even off the dribble. It's quick, it's not too slow. You can rhythm shoot with it. You can use the button. You can literally get your shot off with that. Then we got the Jacoby Walter. Now Jacoby Walter is JT Thor from NBA 2K24. Now it's on NBA 2K26, and I see a lot of people actually trying out using Jacoby Walter, which I even told them to use in 2K25. Then we got Derek Whitehead. Now this base right here, everybody don't know. Derek Whitehead is literally Kobe Bryant base. It's been in the game for years and people still don't know that Derek Whitehead base is Kobe Bryant base. Then we got Jalen Williams. You can use Jalen Williams or SGA. SGA's base this year is actually good, same with last year, but Jalen Williams' base this year is actually clean. Now a base that a lot of people are going to sleep on is Asar Thompson. Asar Thompson base is very similar to, what's his name, Taurean Prince. Taurean Prince base, but it's more of like a spot up jump shot more than off the dribble as well. Then we got Jalen Tyson, and you should know this jump shot base is a great spot up base, and it doesn't require to have a high 3-point or mid-range rating. Then we got Bogdan Bogdanovic, another one that's actually nice. It's a cool little jump shot that you can use for spot up or even off the dribble, but it is very fast. And then a lot of people been talking about this Ray Allen base. Ray Allen base this year, apparently they saying Ray Allen this year is actually like a crack jump shot. Then we got J.R. Smith. Like I always tell y'all, if you got a low 3-point rating or mid-range rating, you want a nice little base to be able to catch and shoot or even knock down some shots, try out J.R. Smith. You can't go wrong really with it, especially if you know how to rhythm shoot. You can really have a lot of fun with using that base just by having a clean up and down motion. Now that I gave y'all some of the best bases, let's get into some of these jump shots. Now a lot of you guys are asking me, what jump shot are you using? This is the jump shot I've been using, the Derek Whitehead, aka the Kobe Bryant base. Now I told y'all in NBA 2K25, do not sleep on Derek Whitehead. If you couldn't get Kobe Bryant base in NBA 2K25, use Derek Whitehead. So when y'all see the videos, y'all see the Cooper Flags, the LeBron James, I am using Derek Whitehead base, and this is the jump shot I'm using. Now for a jump shot I put y'all on the first week of the game, that Carmelo Anthony. Now if you want to switch up the releases, you can. Carmelo Anthony, you can use Rudy Gay or something like that, or Beluba Rudy Gay. It's cool. You can mess around with it, change the blend in, but Carmelo Anthony, KCP, then you got Paul George, Max Speed, On release, if you want to change the release on your actual visual cue, you can, and this is a 30-70 blend. And you're going to notice some of these blends are going to be very similar, but I end up trying out Joe No's Derek Whitehead jump shot. Now, I didn't know that he was actually hip to Derek Whitehead like I was hip to Derek Whitehead, but he has using Derek Whitehead, Devin Vassell, and Charles Bassey. If you don't know about Charles Bassey release, it's literally going to be a secondary option that you're going to end up seeing a lot of people end up using in their jump shots in the future. But I can definitely say when I'm using Joe jump shot, he usually play on release. I had to pull mine a little bit back between push and release. And even though we had the same release grade, it seemed like his jump shot is a little bit more elevated than mine. But when we get to the Matt Ryan, y'all said y'all mess with the Matt Ryan base. This is Matt Ryan, David West release. You could switch out Matt Ryan as a secondary, or you could end up taking out David West and put something else. But 75-25, or you can go 60-40. You got to mess around with the Matt Ryan because it's a very fast jump shot. It could be a spot up jump shot, or it could be off the dribble, but mostly I would choose this to be more of a catch and shoot jump shot than me in an off the dribble jump shot. Then we got the Scottie Pippen. Now I told y'all Scottie Pippen is back. Scottie Pippen is back. Scottie Pippen, Beluba, Kyle Korver. Now, you remember I used to have Oscar Robinson instead of Beluba, but hey, this works as well. It still gets the job done. But this year, I end up going 3/4 speed, and this is going to be like more closer to the release end as my visual cue 35-65 blend, and I've been knocked down with it. Before a jump shot, I noticed one of my teammates had on, and I actually like noticed. I was like, that's Jacoby Walter base, but I want to know his releases, and he's literally using one of the releases. I told y'all that you're going to see a lot of people end up using Charles Bassey in it. This is a quick little jump shot he put together, and it's mostly going to be on the catch and shoot side, but even off the dribble, he's still knocking down shots. Jacoby Walter, Charles Bassey, Andrew Nembhard, and it's max speed, and it's a 56-44 blend, and it's on push. Now, out of all those jump shots, there's something in there that's definitely going to help you, even if it's just the basics, even some releases help you, there's something. Now, before my big builds, my 6'10s all the way to 7'4s, these are the best bases you can use for y'all big builds. Now, if you're a big man, you need a base, hey, you got a high midi or you got a high three-pointer and you got at least Kevin Durant rating of an 87, you want to at least have an 87 rating to unlock the Kevin Durant actual jump shot base. But Jonathan Isaac, y'all know, this is the #1 jump shot in NBA 2K26 with the biggest screen window for big builds. And you don't need to have a high rating just to even unlock Jonathan Isaac. This is the jump shot base that a lot of people are using to shoot over people. The same thing with MPJ. MPJ, you can use MPJ on a 6'5", a 6'6", or a 6'8", but you also can use it on a 6'10", or 7-footer. And even though this jump shot jumps forward, it's still crazy if you know how to rhythm shoot with it. Like, it's so hard to contest. Then we got Trey Lyles. Now, Trey Lyles is a cool jump shot. He actually fades back a little on his jump shot, but it's actually cool up and down. The same thing with Jabari Smith Jr. Jabari Smith Jr., you can't really go wrong. You got a higher time stability if you're someone that really care about the time stability, but also David West. Now, one of my subscribers put me on to David West. All you got to end up trying is few releases and you will be good to go with that base. I'm telling you, you can really go knock down with that, but I definitely recommend the Jonathan Isaac. But for some of the best jump shots that I've been using so far and some that I've been shown, the Jonathan Isaac that I've been using lately, this is my Jonathan Isaac Beluba Franz Wagner. Now, this is a max speed jump shot. Now, you can end up putting this straight on push, or you can put it in between like I did, or push release, because you can rhythm shoot with it if you do push and release, like in between. As this being the 65-35 blend, I end up trying something different than usually. I end up going more to the right instead of going to the left for my blending, but I actually like it how it is right now. Usually I end up going that way, but it seems like I can shoot over people even more with having it on the other side for my Beluba. Now for the next jump shot, it's the MPJ. Now MPJ is maybe, if you're on a 7-footer, 6'10", 7'4", MPJ and Jonathan Isaac might be the duo when it comes to the best bases to use in this game, and you can just shoot over people. But as of MPJ, Beluba, Larry Bird, you can switch out the secondary for like a Dirk, or you can use like LaMarcus if you want to. 91 blend to 9%, as it's going to be on halfway to push and release. Now we're going to end up having this Kevin Durant base. This is KD, LaMarcus Aldridge, Dirk Nowitzki, 60-40, 3/4 speed, and it's slightly past push. Now this one is actually nice. You just got to get used to the actual visual cue, because he kind of released it at his ear since he got Dirk in his release. Now if you want to end up changing that, you can use like LaMarcus, you can use Franz Wagner, you can end up using Larry, you can try a few things, even Tim Duncan as a secondary release. That could work as well, 60-40 with Tim Duncan. But now I'm gonna end up showing you two jump shots. These two jump shots are literally identical. The only thing that's gonna be different is the basis. The first thing I'm gonna show you is Jonathan Isaac, which the setup of this jump shot, we're gonna end up having Beluba and Charles Bassey. Now, those are gonna be the main two things that actually stays when it comes to showing you the other jump shot. Now, with it being 60-40 and then actual visual cue, you know the visual cue is all based on your timing and where you know how to release the ball. Now, Jonathan Isaac, Baluba, Charles Bassey, 60-40 max speed. Now we're going to end up flipping the switch. We're going to end up using MPJ. You can use the same jump shot, switch it up slightly, do 65-35, and this one right here you can use on a 6'8". So if you want to make this jump shot and you're on a 6'10", you want to put your jump shot on a 6'8" or a 6'9", or even try it on a smaller build like a 6'6", you can. This is one of those jump shots that actually can use from 6'5" all the way to 7'4". And I told y'all, since one of my subscribers put me on to the David West, he ended up showing me one of his jump shots for David West. Now in the comment section, let me know how y'all feel about it. I tested it out, it was cool, it was decent. But for the setup, we got the Baluba and we got LaMarcus Aldridge. This is going to be max speed 40-60 blend, and it's going to be slightly past push. I feel like it's a few things that could be changed. Like you could switch the Baluba and just put LaMarcus and search around for a secondary release like a Tim Duncan or maybe a Dirk. But look, for all the jump shots I gave y'all for the bigger builds, now I gotta look out for my small guards. Now I'm gonna show y'all the best bases y'all can use for the small guards in NBA 2K26. Now Allen Iverson, y'all know Allen Iverson in 2K25, it was money. 2K26, it's the same thing. You still can get buckets with it. Now for Curry base this year is fast, but it's greenable. It's maybe one of those jump shots that's actually greenable. The same thing like I told you about Quentin Grimes. It's a fast jump shot, but once you find your releases and things like that, you can be automatic. Then we got Kyrie Irving. Y'all know about Kyrie Irving in NBA 2K25. It's the same thing in NBA 2K26. Only thing you gotta do is just find you some releases that you like, or use pure Kyrie and end up making the speed a little bit faster on the jump shot. And the same thing with Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas' jump shot is slightly different because he jumps a little bit more forward than he usually does. But when you got an option of using John Wall, since they did make a return in NBA 2K26. Now, since I gave y'all some of the best bases you can use for small guards, I told you I'm gonna give y'all some more jump shots compared to last time, especially for y'all boys. Since I've been playing on my small guard, y'all kept asking me, what are you using on your John Morant? What are you using on your Anthony Edwards? This is the bases I'm using. I'm using that Allen Iverson. This is Baluba and it's Curry. 3-4 speed, not max speed. I've been playing on 3-4 speed. You can use max speed if you want to, but 40-60 blend, and it's going to be somewhat slightly pushed. Now, if you want to go max speed, you can. But then we got the Kyrie Irving. We got Kyrie Irving, Baluba, Stephen Curry. Literally the same setup. The same exact setup, similar, but this is going to be 35-65 blend, max speed, and it's going to be between push and release, halfway mark of push and release. Now, if you feel like it's a little bit too slow, you can change your visual cue a little bit much, bring it back closer to push so you can end up getting that shot off a little bit quicker. Now, the next one we have Cam Thomas. Now, Cam Thomas is not the same how it was last year. It's still a good base, but he jumps a little bit more forward, and he kind of clutches the ball when he shoots the ball. So we got to use Baluba to end up getting that up in the air. So we use Baluba, and then we got Kyrie as the secondary, or you can use Curry, but this is 65-35 blend, and it's going to be max speed, and it's going to be slightly support push. Now, if you want to end up going on release, you could, but it's all based on you. If you rhythm shooting or using square, it's all based on those type of things. Then the last one, like I showed y'all before, we got the Allen Iverson. This is 3-4 speed, Trae Young, Colin Sexton. This is going to be 40-60 blend, and this is going to be slightly past push. Some people end up using push, as in the last time I showed you, Jalen was using it on push, but I have to use it slightly for push just for my visual timing and my visual cue. Now look, all these jump shots I just gave y'all, no matter if you was on a small build, a big guard, whatever you want to call it, a spot up, a lockdown, a popper, a 6'10 stretch, a 6'10 ISO build, a 7-footer, or even a 7'4 Wemby build, hey, there was something in here that you can get to help you become a better shooter, even if it was just the base. Now look, if y'all haven't yet, make sure y'all boys drop a like. Make sure y'all boys drop a like on the video. It definitely helps the channel, but also make sure y'all boys subscribe to the channel if y'all haven't yet, for y'all miss more videos like this. And if you got any jump shot recommendations, drop them down in the comment section, and make sure y'all check out the video on the screen, man.